Hey guys, Thrasher here, and with the addition of the new microtransaction that allows you to buy equipment slots, there's been a lot of discussion about how prices for different things are decided in games and what's actually tracked and what isn't. So let's talk about it right now. Okay, so let's go to menu and then we'll go to shop and let's look at this actual transaction, this microtransaction that can occur. If you want to buy equipment slots, you can go over here to this guy right here, and for $8 you get 320 chrono crystals and you get 5 equipment slots. A lot of people think that's a ripoff and they say just don't buy it. They're tracking this data. If you don't buy, then they'll change prices. That's true, and it's also not necessarily correct. So let's break this down. I used to be an actual game developer for multiple social games, mobile games. I can tell you they have full analytics on this. So some people say they're not tracking this stuff. They just randomly throw prices on there. That is not the case. They are tracking absolutely everything. So there is first level data and then there's second level data. So first level data is they are tracking the percentage conversion rate for different prices of all these different things in here. So they have this specific thing that you could buy right here if you wanted to, and they know the exact conversion rate. What they also know is the conversion rate of everything else that you're going to buy once you've already bought this and any other variation. So let me cancel that real quick. So one of the things that they're doing is they have all of these different things that you can purchase here if you want, and they track and they say, okay, if we add this thing for this amount of money, will they buy anything else? Does that increase conversion rate for any other purchases? And it does, which is why you'll see sales all the time. So you'll see a huge grouping of chrono crystals for, say, 1,000 chrono crystals for $20 or whatever it is at the moment. But then sometimes you'll see a huge sale where you can get 1,000 chrono crystals for $5, $6. That's because the moment that you purchase something, the moment that you take your wallet out, you are more likely to buy extra things. So what happens is, as you decrease the price of any commodity whatsoever, whether it's in a video game, whether it's e-commerce, whether it's anywhere else, as you decrease the price, you will get more purchases, and it's pretty much linear. So just decreasing the price or increasing the price won't make you any extra profit. You'll just increase the price, you'll get less purchases. You decrease the price, you get more purchases. So what they do instead is they give you something that's very, very cheap to get as many purchases as possible, and then they have an upsell or an add-on that they show you immediately after, and that's how they get that second sale, because that is not linear. The moment that you buy something, the chances of you buying something else while your wallet's still out is much, much higher. So they have all kinds of data like that. Now, as far as someone not buying this and thinking that's going to reduce the price, technically that is true if that were the case, but the way that these games are prioritized and monetized, it's not the people who are spending a little bit of money here and there that are the large majority of people who are spending money on the game. So most of the revenue comes from whales, as most people know, but what they don't get is that there are specific purchases in here that are for whales, and not necessarily whales only, but they're prioritized towards whales. So this purchase right here, if you ask me, is for the whale who needs a bunch of different equipment slots, and they're willing to spend $200, $300 just to get a bunch more slots because they don't care about that money. I know people who are playing mobile games, other games, who make multiple thousands of dollars a day, and if you're making multiple thousands of dollars a day, why do you care about spending $300? So what I'm really trying to convey here is, well, yes, if you don't think this is a good purchase, don't buy it, and sure, feel free to tell other people that maybe they shouldn't buy it either, but they have purchase data across everything on multiple levels, so you just not buying one thing because you think it's ridiculous isn't actually going to help the system, because they price this specifically based on their previous data, and you making one small change in your purchasing decisions, all that tells them is that they need to weave this into their sales funnel in a different way. So maybe you can buy this after you buy some other purchase from the store, which has happened in other gacha games and happens in e-commerce. And the reason I keep coming back to e-commerce is because those are my two real backgrounds, in game development and in actual e-commerce specializations. That's pretty much what I do, and they're very, very much the same as far as getting people to buy stuff. So long story short, if you don't want to buy this, don't buy it. You can tell other people not to buy it, but in the end, it's really not going to make a difference because this was priced based on previous data. It wasn't just pulled out of thin air. And that's pretty much all I have for this video. If you guys want to add anything, if you think there's any other purchases in this game that are absolutely ridiculous, throw those down below too. And if you like this content, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.